You remember Allie?
My dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Allie, my dog. No, I would like to have a dog.
Yeah.
And if it's up to me, bro, I'm gonna have a fucking dog.
Straight like that.
Yeah,
Nah, I feel that.
she's gonna have to do it. But we're rolling now. Coming back, me and Tracey Jenkins. I've had him. We've done it a couple times, but we really haven't had the equipment or the setup like this. Now we're starting to get into it a little bit, but I don't even really want to waste too much time on the bullshit for real, because we was talking about something crazy before we walked in here, and I kind of want to get back on that. But really, if you just want to explain it.
Dig in. Where do we leave off?
So we were talking about like how this theory that everything that happens in your life, God has, like it's supposed to happen that way.
Why did it just get so much quieter?
Because the AC just turned off.
Oh, okay. Bet.
Yeah. Does it sound echoey to you?
I got headphones on my head listening to my own voice. Yes.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, but I think it might supposed to sound like this. It sound like this at Isaiah's place though. I can hear, like, you know what I'm saying, hear myself.
Yeah. That's crazy to hear yourself too, and then like I feel like I'm like listening to my thoughts and then regurgitating them at the same time.
Yeah, I feel like this is a very advanced way to study. Like if I started reading like this, I wouldn't forget anything.
Oh yeah, bro. Man, you getting twice the knowledge, bro.
And what's crazy is it sounds like you're in my head. It doesn't feel like we're talking. It feels like you were literally in my brain. Like if I close my eyes, I'm like, I hear Chandler.
Yeah, bro. You thinking it, then you speaking it, then you hearing it, and now you're thinking it again all at once. Bro, that's quadruple the time, bro. You can learn anything.
You're saving that much time. Look, I'm gonna make my kids study with headphones on.
Bro.
How are you so smart, Brandon?
Like, Daddy, my ears hurt. Can I take these off? No. You think Albert Einstein? Imagine if he had headphones. What could if he did?
Oh God.
But yeah.
Yeah, God, predestined. Everything is predestined.
Everything's predestined.
Nothing
is
like, random.
If you run and you start do a little crazy dance, like that was meant to happen. What we're doing right now is meant to happen. Fact. You do a little sniffle. God knew that.
God knew the sniffle was coming, bro. All right, so let me go back to the, like what you said, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, and like influence and all that. So, I mean, my dad played ball at Utah State or whatever. He, you know, he loves me or whatever in my life, but growing up, you know, there was a divorce and a lot of separation and a lot of time that wasn't spent. But there was always these moments where my mom would be like, dang, you look just like your dad, or you sound just like your dad, you walk just like your dad, whatever, right? And so I came up with this theory when I was at MTSU, because there were times where I would be in the weight room early in the morning where the sun come in and like hit me in the eye. And when I look into MTSU's weight room, bro, it was like I was at Utah State in his era. And I've never been to Utah State, ever. I've never been there, so I don't know what the weight room looks like or anything like that, right? I'm looking around, and I'm looking at his teammates, men that I've never met. Yeah, I've told you, bro, it gets weird, bro. So I'm like, I'm visualizing, like I'm looking at whatever. I'm looking at Tone from MT, but then I'm looking, and it's my dad's quarterback from Utah State when he was playing. And it's like parallel, and I don't see my dad. But then I take like a bird's eye view and I see him, and it's me rolling out, stretching before weights. And it's just like, whoa, right? So then,
what was this, like a dream or just like you were
no,
kind of daydreaming?
But no, that's what I'm saying, bro. It wasn't either one of those, right? So when you were talking about it doesn't fall too far from the tree, you are an extension of your parents, but your parents are really an extension of you. You've been here before. You just live life through your dad's eyes, through your grandfather's eyes.
Whoa.
You see what I'm saying? So, bro, I'm sitting there. You know the TV that was in the classrooms when we were in elementary school, right? So, bro, I'm thinking about this, and I'm seeing myself in 6th grade in Miss Pantal's class at Woodland, and I'm looking at the TV, and through the TV, I see the reflection of my eye, then my father's eye, and my grandfather's eye, and life through their lenses, right? And so when it comes to like the predestined life of what it is that you're supposed to be doing, when you don't act accordingly, that's where the second one comes, right? So there's one life, but you get multiple tries. So I've had the try of my grandfather, the try of my father, and now me. Do you see what I'm saying? But I was cognitive, like the way I think, the way I do things, everything, mannerisms, it all stems from the same person, because I am the same person. I've just re-evolved because that person didn't get it right. Like my grandfather didn't have the tools to finish. So then he birthed my father. And then he didn't have the tools to get it finished. So then God created me. Like again, does that make sense? Like he rebirthed me again better, with more understanding and more wisdom, because what I'm seeing literally into the past. Like I can't tell you what the future holds, but looking back through
Is this something that you feel like is special to you, or you feel like everybody?
No, this is everybody, bro. Like
I've never had this thought before.
Bro, the only reason I can't connect it back to Adam and Eve is because I've never looked in their eyes. But when you sit down, bro, do it, bro. Go sit down and look at your father. You just said it, bro. You gonna see yourself. And when he sits and talks to his father, or you go talk to his father, your grandfather, you're gonna see yourself. And you'll be like, what? And when you sit there and you talk to them, you're like, damn, I would have said that. Or yeah, I think that way. Or I've gone through something just like that. Like, how can they speak to something that you're going through and not know? Your dad is literally just an older version of you, bro.
That is very true.
And so there's, let's just say it's 10 people truly on the planet, bro, that just keep trying over and 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 over until they get it right.
That, I feel like that is true though. Like the things that you learn from your parents, and it doesn't even have to be like verbally, but just from seeing them do things. I feel like that's how, like, even the way you like communicate with people, or like you interact, or your mannerisms.
Yeah,
that was crazy to me when I realized I'm doing something like the way my dad would do it. Like someone cuts you off in traffic, be like.
And see, but this is what's scary about it, and this is what made me think about it. You grew up with your father in the house every day. It was him.
That's true.
My dad was not there. I didn't ever see my dad play football. We didn't go out and catch. We didn't do this. He trained me when he was in the house. He trained me on basketball. When I showed my mom my highlights from MTSU, she started crying. She said, wow, you look just like your father. How is that even possible? I've never even played. We've never trained together. So my influence should be from who? Jeremy, Corey, like the people that I set up on the QP. Those are the people who I should be looking like. But I look just like him. And when I'm in these moments, right, I'm catching, and then I hear his stories about what it felt like, what it smelled like. I'm like, damn, I've been here before. Even on the field, right? First play, boom, 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 catch the ball. I'm like, this is what I do. How do I do this and I've never done it? Because I have. And the body remembers. My mind doesn't remember because it starts fresh to not make the same mistakes. But the body remembers.
So you think we're all living through
a different lens of perspective of ourselves. Who taught you how to have sex?
Nobody.
Okay, then.
Damn, okay. I feel what you said. That's true. So that does make sense, like how things are carried over, because that's the only way like society has made it to this point that it's made it now.
How do we advance?
Whoa.
How do we advance?
From the
past.
past. The past. Oh, damn, my bad.
I'm telling you, bro. Bro, my mind has been, and it's crazy, bro, because I've been thinking about. I think the first thought came from when I was at Lipscomb. That's when it like things really clicked. But when I was living his similar life experiences, that's when like the whole thing came to me, bro.
Yeah, I can relate to that. But when you talk about that, like, oh, how did we get all this nice stuff that we got from building off people from the past? Like, it sounds like so obvious. Like, yeah, duh. Like, you know what I mean? Like, where would we be at without Einstein or Isaac Newton? Like, without knowing stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you think about it as if like it was kind of transferred, then it kind of changes it. But it's kind of true though. It's kind of true.
Like, bro, I don't know if, I mean, any of these cats, I don't know the descendants or like where they fall in the line of Bezos and, you know what I'm saying, Elon Musk. But just going off history, you probably somewhere in the Rockefeller or the Vanderbilt or the Rothschild. You're somewhere in that DNA stream because it's the same, bro. Every generation has their moguls. Every generation has their bums. Every generation has whatever it is those people are doing. And if the apple don't fall too far from the tree, well, then let's just look at the past times. Who was it in the past time?
I want to ask you something like, and I don't want to say that this guy is a failure. I'm not trying to like talk down on this man by any means, but like Tom Hanks, one of the greatest actors of all time.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks' son.
You're not doing nothing.
I mean, he made like a music video or something, but people really clown his son.
Yeah. I mean, look at Michael Jordan's son.
So how do you explain that? Like how come
decisions, influence between drugs, alcohol, right? So as much as there's this God factor into it, there's also the devil aspect into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The success that Tom Hanks has is great for him. So now, let's say, because right, every good thing comes from the Lord, right?
Right.
So if his success is coming from God, cool. He's operating in what, you know what I'm saying, he's supposed to. When his offspring comes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he replenishes himself, just like Adam and Eve were supposed to replenish the world, right? The devil's on attack again. So I'm trying to get you this second time around. So, you know what I'm saying? You did it the first time, right? So Tom Hanks' dad transferred the wire down to, you know what I'm saying, Hank him. Then he did it good, and boom, it's successful. As he's trying to pass it down to his son, there's a disconnect for whatever reason that is. I mean, you take the divorce, bro.
It could be growing up with money. It could be growing up already famous.
Bro, it could be anything. But if you take the divorce in my situation, if my dad was there, I would have been playing football as a little kid, not at 19 years old. If my dad was in the house, I wouldn't have told that Coach Dietrich anything about me running the wrong route or the right route.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have talked back. Like, it's just different, bro. I grew up in a situation where I was going to say whatever I wanted to in my household. Marcus would, punish me, but it was after I already said it. It's too late. Now I'm living the repercussions of these decisions every day.
Yeah. So you think that everyone, like, how do I phrase it? So did you think that Michael Jordan's son had the potential to be like Michael Jordan just because he was Michael Jordan's son? Say everything goes right.
Yeah.
So on the flip side of that, you think that someone who comes from like a deadbeat dad, like their dad could have been that. Their dad could have been a great person, did whatever they wanted to do, but they just didn't. But they still had those traits in them, so they carried it off to their son. and their son actually did something with it.
Bro, everybody got two stomachs, bro. It's about what you feed.
Yeah.
You know, some days you want unhealthy food, some days you want healthy food.
So then, by saying that, you think greatness is in everybody? Or only some people?
For sure. No, everybody got it, bro. Because every good thing came from God and life is good. You see what I'm saying? But what are you choosing to listen to? What's your influence? Right? And then back to decisions, right? If everything is really all one person, right? Because, I mean, no disrespect to the man, but he up and left his family. I had that same tendency too. When some stuff go wrong with me and my girl or a relationship that I'm in at the time, I'm gone. But I see what that looks like already. Why? Because I done lived it. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I do feel that.
So, technically, I done lived it twice. Because my dad and his dad are great, but they weren't, you know what I'm saying? They was always moving when he wasn't always around.
That is true, bro. Because, like, when I think about, like, how my dad handles situations, and I fuck around and handle the same type situations the same way, it's just... That's very true. But how much of that is learned? How much of that is just passed down, like how you said, like through blood or whatever?
I didn't grow up with my dad.
Oh.
So it can't be nurture.
Can't be nurtured.
I never saw him. Bro, we never went over football drills. This is how you run routes. None of that. That did not happen. But you play just like your dad. It's in my nature. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's who I already am. So with the whole thing with Michael Jordan, his son, he ain't look in his dad's eyes. You couldn't have. Because if you would have, you would have saw yourself. Like, even if you looking at the way they play, they don't play the same. Why don't they play the same? Not because we not going to blame it on influence, because I didn't have the influence. So we're going to blame it on the nature. It's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So the reason Michael Jordan's son doesn't play like Michael Jordan is because of the nurture, right? Is that kind of what you're getting at?
So what I'm getting at, no, bro. So I really feel like the eyes are the gateway to, I mean, your heart, your mind, your soul, your spirit, everything. Mm-hmm. Your eyes and your ears, right? That's why God says protect, what you look upon and what you hear. Mm-hmm. Because of these things. So if I don't spend enough time with myself, then the wire transfer can't happen. The transfer can only happen by me spending time with myself. And when I say myself, all of myself. I think deeply on retrospect of what it was like when my dad was here. What was his life like? Asking those questions, right? Mm-hmm. Figuring out, looking at pictures. Dad, explain this memory. Boom, boom. When the time is there, right? Because I mean, a lot of with kids and their dads is like, they're not just talking off the rip like me and you were talking right now, bouncing ideas off each other.
Yeah.
The son speaks and asks a question, dad will answer, and that's about it. So how do you get that? You gotta unlock. First, you got to unlock it within yourself, right? So you have to be thinking like, whatever, in those deja vu moments, like, yeah, man, I feel like I done did this before. I've been here. Don't just leave it at that. Dad, did you ever walk down 15th Avenue? Yeah, son, I used to walk down there a lot, actually. Did you ever work out down on 15th Avenue? Yeah, I did. All right. Well, shit, I'm busy, Pops. I'm going to holler at you later. You see what I'm saying? But think about it. If the devil can break a relationship, what does he break? The wire transfer. You see what I'm saying? So it's not, I won't say nurture because it's already you. You've already done it. You just aren't cognitive that you've done it. So once you start to do it, that's your opportunity, right? If you're feeling in the dark for the key, and you find the hole, what? You're good. But a lot of life, because we aren't cognitive of it, because of the way the reset starts, we're in the dark. Then once we find something, we have to like work through that. But that takes a lot of being with yourself, your current self, your past self, all of it. And the reason it stopped for me, the reason I don't know my great grandfather on my dad's side. So it stops. The transfer isn't still getting there because that relationship was he never got time to pass it down.
That's a spicy concept, bro. I can't even lie.
Hey, man, it's crazy, bro. It really is.
So going back to how God knows that I'm throwing that in the air.
Yeah.
How is that related to the wire transfer?
How is it related?
Okay,
yeah, I see what you're saying. So, right? So in the midst of this, there's the free will, right? And then the battle of the spirit, like the spiritual battle. Okay? So it's all about, in this instance, what your ears are tuned, right? So your eyes should be turned in. I mean, not obviously to yourself, but like obviously to God. But you know what I'm saying? But like into yourself, so that you already know. And then when it comes to your ears, that's where people, friends, you know what I'm saying, those outside factors come in. Right?
And they can affect you because you're not spending as much time with you.
You see what I'm saying? But if they're spending time with them, right? So you and your dad's relationship, okay? At 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 years old, as I'm coming to your house, seeing your dad, you get to drive his car, boom, boom. Just the way he interacts. Yeah, tell Tracey to come over, have me for dinner. It's like that triggers something in me to reach out to my father. See what I'm saying? Going over to Jack's house, just him and his mom, triggers me to go and love on my mom.
Jack was one of our childhood friends. We spent a lot of time in his crib.
So even Hayden, oh man, I love to go see my dad in Colorado, but it's the greatest time. Boom. Man, I can't wait to get to California and see my dad again. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
So it's like, that's the influences. Man, fuck my dad. He ain't shit. Man, yeah, man. My dad left too, bro. That's killing the opportunity for me to grow.
Because you're losing that's stepping stone where you already had that.
I'm cutting myself off.
And that's being around your dad is a one-way track to like.
You see what I'm saying?
Instead of not being around him, now you have to climb that much higher to get where he was at.
Why would you do that? You see what I'm saying? You're literally making the same mistakes. Because again, bro, so the devil is trying to get you from that. The only way he can get you from knowing yourself is to kill the relationship, for one. Distract you. Or kill it. That's it. They're the only things, steal, kill, and destroy. Them the only things that the devil does. Yeah, so with those being the three things that he does, bro, like you have to watch out for that. And again, bro, it's like we're human, so we're not perfect, right? So when the divorce happened, there was choices to be made, right? Mm-hmm. And so I obviously was like, I'm leaving, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So with that being the case, it makes it that much harder to really unlock that key or unlock that door, because the key is now left, right? So my dad being the key left, my dad being me, I chose to leave and I took the key, and I can't unlock the door.
Yeah. So I remember, to go back what you had said earlier, how like you play like your dad even though not being around him. How did you get that? Just because you did a lot of introspection, like being by yourself. That's kind of what helped you.
So I would say how did I get that? Me being him, I was playing ball.
Sorry.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's how.
and that was a connection.
That was me. I played ball at Utah State. Do you see what I'm saying? And then when I went through life and messed up here or messed up there or whatever, oh, now I have an offspring and his brain has to start over so that he can get it right. But me here, right, influenced this kid to play basketball. Because why? The wife that I married said, no, I don't want him to be playing football. He's too small to play football. He needs to go play basketball or something else. So I was nurtured to playing basketball. For whatever reason. I don't know how I was nurtured to play basketball. No one in my family played basketball for real. My whole family, literally, bro, from grandfather down, played football. So for me to then be playing basketball, it distracted me from myself. Because when I would lay down at night in high school, I dreamt about football. How do I see myself playing ball? And I've never played. That's like a different level of meditation and visualization. Right? Bro, we can take we'll take Jacob, for example, bro. He was all in on this physics, doctor, like medical field is where he was going, right? That's all he studied since he's been in school. That's what his dad, go be that. If you're going to go to school, go do that. Da, 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 da. Be better than me, be better than me. His dad's a businessman. Jacob's about to be done with college, has gone through all of the physics, is not going to go to medical school, and is going to end up doing business.
I thought he was doing it.
Doing what?
I thought he was going to Florida to be a damn scientist or something.
No, if you go to Florida, he's going to be to Florida to be an investment banker. But right now, he just got an offer from a consulting company, Deloitte. That don't sound real medical to me. So everything.
And his dad was a business guy?
His dad's a businessman. And what are you doing now? Business. Outside of business, he's a hustler, right? Selling boom, boom, X, Y, Z. Nothing illegal, obviously, but what does his mom do? Sales. For the hotel industry. Like, it's just like, it doesn't fall too far from the tree. That's literally all it is. But why is that? You were spreading your own branches. Like, it's you. Is it the seed or is it the apples that's the tree?
Dang, okay. I'm not gonna lie, I had fell off, but now I jump back on, bro.
It's you.
I jump back on.
It's all you, bro. But you get around some weeds, it's gonna strangle the roots. The whole tree will die. Ain't no more green pastures no more. So when you look at life like that, everything changes. It's not the same. I don't care. My dad made a mistake or was absent of my life. Because I know and can recall on a time when Tracey Jenkins, in my current, 1998 to 2022, have walked away from relationships. And it was like, well, we're just going to figure it out. Right? But me being him, right? Me thinking like, man, I was him and I did that at that age. I'm not going to do that again this time around because I now have another opportunity. I stay on the tree a little bit longer. I haven't disconnected from the tree yet, which is my biggest, that's exactly why I am the way I am with family, being close to your family, loving your family, boom, boom, boom. Because check this out, the wind, the weather, the dry seasons, everything is coming to kill the fruit of the tree. So let's make it easier on ourselves and just stay tight.
Gotta keep that root strong.
You got to, bro. Because there will be a winter. It's going to come. Even if you live in Florida and California, you will have a winter that tests you producing fruit in your current stage of life. And for some people, winter lasts really long.
Yeah. And the only way, so to put it down in a couple points of how I'm kind of understanding it, the only way to really achieve great success kind of by your own standard is to, one, look inside yourself, keep the root strong with who you've been across over time, because who you've been is right there. It's always been there. But you got to look inside to see it, and you got to look at people who share the same
You got to unlock
bloodline with you.
You see what I'm saying?
Which
Like,
does make a lot of sense.
you don't pick your family. You don't pick yourself. Jacob said it today. He was like, Mom, I don't really want to get on a phone call with this guy because, you know what I'm saying, he's trying to get some bread, right? So they gave him an offer. He's like, nah, I want a little more. She was like, oh, well, email him, blah, 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 blah. He was like, I don't want to get on the phone, though, because what if I choke over the phone? Like, these guys are sharks. Bro, in the same breath, me and his mom were like, you're a shark, right? He's like, I am a shark, but I'm a baby shark right now. Tap in, bro. It's in you, bro. You gotta dig deep. You not digging. You didn't let the friction of your moms, your pops, whatever the situation is, you didn't let that stop you from digging deep enough to unlocking the grown shark in you. Do you see what I'm saying? Because your dad is already out here doing it. Tennessee, Guatemala, like he's doing it. Tap in, bro. You gotta like dig. You gotta dig. Or your mom. Neither one of them got college degrees, bro. But they out here getting it. You think they scared to get on the phone with somebody? No. But your decisions or whatever has allowed you to influence, you being around some pussy ass motherfuckers to get that influence to be like, nah, I'm scared to get on the phone because they actually out here doing it for real. And I'm in this nice dorm chilling. I told him all this to his face though. So I don't feel no way about speaking on it because I done told him when he got to Vanderbilt he got soft. He lost that hustler's edge. And it didn't switch to a profession, right? He didn't go from I'm street, I'm hood to now I'm professional. Now you went from I'm going to go get it no matter what to I'm safe now. I'm at Vanderbilt. Everything's going to be cool. I don't know what the disconnect is really. But the influence he's gotten since at Vanderbilt has changed him. So yeah, gotta dig deep, my boy.
Got to dig deep. I think that's a good place to end it, right there. What do you think?
You got any more questions? I keep going, but yeah, whatever. It's whatever it be, man.
No, that's pretty good, bro. 35 minutes. Yeah. All right, man. We're gonna catch y'all on the next one. Definitely more coming. Definitely more coming from this guy, bro.
They ain't ready for this, man.
Bro, if I could have him in here every day, bro, I'd have him in here every day, and we'd be doing this. All right, catch y'all next time.
All right, so check this. So met this dude today. He came up to us after training. He was just like, "Whatever, I want to train with you." So now he's finna get on the phone and we gonna talk through this. Dang, come on, buddy.
The subscriber you have dialed is not available or has traveled outside the coverage area.
Yeah.
Who is it?
His name is Jude Cummings. So I was training with Corey or whatever, and I mean, bro, he's watching us train the whole time, bro. And then as soon as we finish, he's like, "Man, I would love to train with you guys." And so Corey, like, that's my lead trainer right there. You know, we got a system here. That's my lead trainer. Y'all connect. Blase, blah. So I'm like, shit, okay, what's up? And Tracey Jenkins, he's like, it's nice meeting you, Tracey. Sorry, it slipped my mind. My name is Jude. Cummings possible. I'd like to look into training with y'all whenever you're available. Thanks so much. I said, yeah, man, when I sit down and get settled, we'll get in touch about something. I said, what time you get off work? He's like, tonight around 9. I said, okay, give me a call then, man. We can talk. He said, I tried to call you, but it went straight to voicemail both times. It could be my phone. I just didn't want to spam you. Just give me a call. So I called him. I said, it won't go through. It won't go through. What's your email? He got a Android, but even in that, bro, like being where you supposed to be, and like, just, I don't know, bro, everything. Like,
I'd really like you to say we talked a little bit off air for a second, and it was so good that I was like, bro, we need to turn this thing back on, bro. But yeah, just talking about like how winter. Like, and how if you don't dig deep and put your roots down low, like when winter come, aka when some trouble come, and that influence come, leaves gonna fall off.
Gonna leave, bro. And bro, like, it's crazy because I can really give like the prime example of my sister, bro. Like, I mean, bro, do you remember the times when my mom would be like, Tracey, come home because you didn't make the bed?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So that's, I mean, just, you know, being frank, that's bullshit. You gonna tell the kid to come home because his bed wasn't made correctly? Not that it wasn't made, it just wasn't made the way that you wanted it to be made, right? That's just craziness.
Yeah. I know Tina Jenkins very well.
But I took that criticism, that discipline, and dug deep. I didn't let it uproot me and my emotions. I hate my mom. Blah, blah, blah. Like, those words don't come out of my mouth. I love my mom. Right? She did the best for what she could at the time with the resources that she had. That's my outlook. Mm-hmm. So when I took the criticism, the discipline, and the things that I felt like were stupid and it didn't make sense to me, whatever, just like every kid goes through, I dug deeper. Right? My sister, the same criticism, the same discipline, the same Tina Jenkins. She let it uproot her. Apple trees and strawberries don't grow in the same field. Grapes and potatoes don't grow in the same field. You uprooted yourself from this apple tree because the apple don't fall too far from the tree and you're part of the same tree I'm part of. And you turned your back, right? So a lot of this conversation has been me, my dad, my grandfather, boom, boom, boom. But like I said before, there's two stomachs. So the one you feed is the one that grows and is stronger, mm-hmm. Right? So I got my mom, and I got her mom, and her mom, and her mom. I also have my sister, right? Because she was before me. So I have her, and that's it. Because she has no offspring. Because she uprooted herself. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, actually I do. But I do have a rebuttal to that. Like, what if you want to be the person that just wants to chase success, like, in their own way? Like, what if you don't want to be like your mom or dad?
I don't want to be my mom and dad, and I'm not going to be my mom and dad. Mm-hmm. I'm being myself. But to find myself, I need to look at my previous self to understand the whole picture. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Oh, my God.
As much as I'm my dad, I am my mom. As much as God is man, he is woman. Together they are one. They got together and created me. So to hit again with Jacob, what we were just talking about, his mom was up there. Boom, 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 boom. Son, you are a shark. Why does she know that? She knows herself and she knows the man she married to produce this man. That's it. Now, you know what I'm saying, family stories or whatever, relationships, things is kind of spread out. But if you dig deep, right, and pull your family together, then everything will make sense. It'll all line up.
And I think when you pulling that, and I think family too could be, doesn't necessarily have to be your bloodline. And when you pull that family closer, and you got someone that's not supposed to be in there,
you see what I'm saying? It ain't gonna fit right. It ain't gonna fit right, bro. And like people love, and I promise I feel the same way. Like love to get on the parent that's not present, right? They have their own things that they dealing with, but you are still that seed of them, or really yourself. Right? Like you said it when you was in Florida. You were like, yeah, my mom was real adventurous, bro. And you know, sometimes I just want to get out there and do things and just be adventurous. But on the flip side, you be posted up like your pops. Right?
yeah.
But that's still your mama, bro. Like there's things in her, things that she's seen, things that she's gone through, that if you don't know, only shortchange you because you're not knowing. There's a part of you that you don't know. You can't see the whole picture right now because this whole puzzle piece, lock, key, whatever you want to call it, isn't there. And that's on you digging deep. That's not on her. Right? That's why you here. Right? The only reason that you were getting a shot is because whatever, pops didn't get it. Moms didn't get it. They got together to recreate another chance. Mama leave, daddy, man, whatever. It's on you to pull it together so that you can see the whole image. If you don't see the whole image, man, you'll never get it, bro. You won't get it. And you will spend your life trying to find it here, find it there, find it there. Questions, man, I don't understand. Right? So once you see the picture, it goes back to what we was talking about. Here. Right? It has to go here. That's the only way you're going to understand the photo. Picture's worth 1,000 words. What if you pull the picture together and only see 3? That's not it. There's more. Right? So again, we reaching across, holding on to the branches. I pull the branches closer. This is the center of the cross. Right? I got my dad, his lineage when I see through his eyes. I got my mom's lineage when I'm seeing through her eyes. I pull them together. I'm starting to see the picture. Now I have to understand this part. And once this part makes sense, bro, you will grow and flourish to the umpteenth degree. But you gotta dig deep. And people don't want to do it. I don't know why people don't want to do it. But they don't.
I think because digging deep, as good as it is, it also really reveals a lot of negatives about yourself as well. And a lot of people don't want to see that.
Deal with them, bro.
That's true.
But when I was at MTSU, bro, I was just like, most people are scared of their demons. I sleep with mine. I'm going to know them in them out. I already know what makes me, you know what I'm saying, makes me fall. Today, bro, you know, I'm so excited about Mexico, bro. Can't wait. I'm definitely level-headed, got peace about the situation, regardless of which way it turns out. But I am, today when we went to Mana, which is a spot over on Dickerson Road, it's Hispanic owned. It's all Hispanics in there. Like me and Corey and the security were the only Americans in there. Okay? I got nervous about Mexico because, again, knowing my mama and my dad, right? My dad never, no drugs, no hustling, gambling. Like, that wasn't him. But over here on my mama's side, thugs, thieves, crooks, killers. It sounds real cartelish to me. You know me. Man, I've been a G since a baby, right? Where'd that come from? Because I ain't grow up with them. Do you see what I'm saying? My mom purposely, no, you will not see that side of your family. They don't do nothing but smoke weed and drink all day. Why I don't drink? I'm not trying to tap into the alcoholic side of my family. Why don't I smoke? I'm not trying to sit on the couch all day and smoke weed. Right? Now you talking about making some money? Okay, well yeah, I'll say some alcohol. We gonna make some work. We gonna make the money. Right? So you mix those two together, that's looking business, listen to people on sales tapes, understanding how to speak and communicate to people, drugs, killing. You put them together and put Tracey Jenkins in the melting pot of Mexico. If I don't got this right, man, I'm looking like I'm sitting right up under the cartel. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Which every good thing, right, comes from God.
For reference, he's trying to go to Mexico and play football. Well, he's not trying. He is going to go here in January coming up. Ooh, that's a good time to pause. We can wrap it up here soon.
Yes. Last little thoughts. But yeah, bro. So going back to the tree, going back to the pictures, 1,000 words.
So
like,
if you were to summarize it all at once for some people, because I know I'm starting to follow you, but I know there's some people who's gonna be lost.
Yeah, most definitely.
Even if one person listens to this,
right,
he might be lost.
Right. Bro, basically, bro, at the end of the day, if you don't like the life you living or what you seen out of your life, dig deep. So deep that you pulling on the branches of your family to really understand who it is you are. You see what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people don't know. They don't know what to do because they don't know themselves. What you like to do? I don't really know. You don't know what you like to do? How do you not know what you like to do? And then once you figure out what it is, why do you have fear or reservations to go get it done? Why do you surround your people who talk you out of what it is that you want to do? Like, think about what it is you are doing, what the people around you are saying to you, right? Then put your future glasses on, your past glasses, and look at your parents. They parents. And the decisions that were made. That's it, bro. You just got to dig deep and do the work. Whatever age you are, it's never too late because you're still here. God still gave you life and an opportunity to get right. But you got to get right. If you don't get right, then you just sitting there and you're wasting time. Why would you do that?
And who you are is a part of who you've always been. And that's why there's so much relation to your parents, even if you don't spend time with them, because you and them are one and the same.
That's it, bro. Dig deep, do the work, and make it happen. And it's funny because I forgot I was just gonna say something, bro. Well, come back to me. Ask me one more question, bro.
One more question. Give me a second.
All right, yeah. As you thinking, I'm gonna say, man, a lot of the times I've been saying, you know what I'm saying, with the words you're hearing, I'm saying, you know, look within yourself and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But I know I made a point off camera to say that within looking in yourself, right, it don't matter how much you look into yourself if you never look at and listen to the one who created you past your parents, right, which is God. Like, if you don't do that, then again, you're not seeing the whole picture. You see what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, God is cool. I don't really believe in him, though. Okay, well, you're not going to really get it, right? Because did you birth yourself? Oh, my parents did. Okay, well, who birthed them? And let's just take it all the way back to the beginning, right? And see. Like, that's it. You got to pull these things together so that you can see it. And then once you see it, now you got to ask God for clarity. Like, what does this picture really mean? Why do I dream what I dream? Why do I feel the way I feel? Why do I have this passion? How does someone have a passion for football and they've never played? What is that? What is that?
It's through your tree, bro. Through your trunk to your root.
You see what I'm saying, bro? Like, I'm just, bro. If anyone ever just looked past their passion, like, okay, this is my passion, but why is it that? And what about that? And why? Like, all those things, again, the fear, the influence, the negativity, all those things, it's a part of the devil's scheme, bro. And understand what I'm saying when I say God's theme too, right? Because winter is a season. There is a season that everyone has to go through. All the seasons are there, and they were created by God, right? That winter has to come. Why? So that you can rebirth. Sometimes you got to get in a dark place so that you can, when the light comes on, you got a new vision. You ever been in the dark, eyes open, they get real big, and when the light come on,
oh hell yeah!
Real focused.
What's crazy, bro, is I feel like I'm coming out of that dark. Like these past few days, bro.
It's a new focus, bro. The lights is bright, and you able to focus in and really see it. But you had to go through the dark. That's why all dark is not devil. That's what I need people to understand. God separated from his disciples and did what? For those who don't know, he prayed and talked to his Father, and that's it. No one else, no distractions, not the people who believed in him, who was running with him. He had to get quiet by himself and talk to the Father. And when the devil came and tempted him, he won. I got a new vision now. You can't. I know who my Father is. You don't win this time. But when you don't know, or you don't spend enough time, you will lose. You'll lose every time. Because you don't know.
Yeah.
Hey man, y'all gotta tap in, bro.
Got to tap in is an understatement. Got to tap in is an understatement,
bro.
But yeah, we gonna finish it right there, bro. I think it's getting late.
Yeah, man, I gotta get up tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
Oh God, that boy gotta get right back to work, bro. When do you have a day off?
Tuesday. And then I gotta work for Wednesday and Thursday, and then I just took 4 days off just because I just got days, so yeah. I just took them off.
You need them, bro.
So yeah, if you here this weekend, bro, come on, bro.
Man, what? It's up, my boy.
It's up. But yeah, man, powerful stuff. Back to your roots.
Back to the roots.
One last question.
Last question.
If you're a guy who's dead in the dark, don't even have no hope, don't even know that there is a root that someone can dig to, how does someone start to look into themselves? What's the first step?
Asking questions. How did you get there? You weren't always there. So how did you get there? What people pulled me this way? What decisions did I make to get here? Were there any warning signs? Did I feel God tapping on my shoulder? You gotta answer all those questions, and you gotta be true. That's another thing, bro. You gotta be real truthful with yourself. Like I said, I sleep with my demons. I know it's gonna make me fall. I know it's gonna make me slip up. I know when I'm lying to myself, and I know when I'm lying to other people, because I know my demons. So you gotta get in that dark place, and you gotta spend time with them, and really critique yourself. Bruh, Stand up, bro. Like, real talk. Stand up right now. Lift your shirt up and grab that. You know what I'm talking about. Grab that right there. You've been grabbing that since we was in high school. Why is it there? You got the knowledge to eat right. Your best friend's mom is a nutritionist and a personal trainer. You know what to do when you working out. You've been working out forever. It's only there either because you want it or you lazy. That's it.
And that couldn't be farther from the truth, bro. Really could.
That's it. So that you gotta sleep with your demons. Why do I do that? Why do I grab and be like, yeah, man, I'm not in too much good shape right now, and stay there? Why? I'm tired, man. I'm working long hours. Prioritize if you want to. You see what I'm saying? And like that's what people gotta understand. Like, nah, I'm not fat shaming you. Bitch, if you don't want to be fat, then go put in the work and lose the weight. Simple as that. If you want to be cool, I want to be fat one day. I don't know what happened. They was like, you gonna get your ass canceled. Shut the fuck up.